Okay, so you've poured weeks, maybe even months, into building an amazing project. The code actually works, the results look promising, you're proud of it, and you should be. But here's the tricky part. How do you wrap all that hard work up so that anyone, a professor, a recruiter, anyone, instantly gets just how brilliant it is? Well, let's dive into exactly that, starting with the very first thing they'll see.
So, after all that effort, someone asks you, hey, what's your project title? And when you tell them, does it sound just a little bit, well, generic? Maybe something like this next one?
Yeah, data science project. I know. We've all been there. It's a placeholder, right? But the problem is, a title that vague just completely buries the value of what you did. A great project with a weak title is like an incredible movie with a boring poster. Most people are just going to scroll right on by. We have to fix that.
So first up, let's craft the perfect title. Seriously, think of this as the headline for all your hard work. And the good news is there's a super simple formula that will give you that professional first impression every single time. Just look at the difference here. It's night and day, right? Chatbot project tells me next to nothing. But multilingual customer support chatbot using RAG and BERT? Whoa! Instantly, I know the domain is customer support, I know the specific solution you built, and I even know the key technologies you used. It's specific, it's impressive, and it sounds totally professional.
So here it is, the simple three-part structure. Start with your solution. What did you actually build? Something like an automated claim appeal assistant. Then you state the problem or the domain it's for health insurance. And finally, you mention the key technique. What did you use? Using LLMs. You just put those three pieces together and bam, you've got a title that commands respect.
And just as important is knowing what not to do. So please, avoid being way too broad, like insurance system. Obviously, stay away from the generic labels we just talked about. And here's a big one. Do not overclaim. Words like perfect are a huge red flag. Oh, and please avoid just stuffing every buzzword you can think of in there. Clarity always beats complexity.
All right, next up, let's tackle the abstract. Now, an abstract isn't just a boring summary. No, it's your project's entire story boiled down into a powerful narrative. It's basically your elevator pitch, but in writing.
And you don't need to write a novel here. For most student projects or mini projects, the sweet spot is right around 120 to 180 words. That's your target. It's long enough to get all the key details in, but short enough that someone can read it in less than a minute.
So, here is the secret sauce. A truly world-class abstract follows these 5 simple steps. First, you set the context. What's the problem? Second, tell me why it matters. Who is suffering from this problem? Third, what's your proposed solution? Fourth, briefly mention the method and the tech you used. And finally, number 5, what's the expected outcome? What's the benefit here?
And here's that exact formula in action. See how it starts with the problem and why it matters? Health insurance claims are often rejected, causing significant financial stress for patients. Perfect. Then it moves right into the proposed solution, the method, and wraps up with the expected outcome. It tells a complete, compelling story in just a few sentences. It's that easy.
Okay, so now that you have the formula, let's talk about some common traps to avoid. These are really simple mistakes, but they can instantly weaken your abstract, and honestly, they can undermine your credibility.
You need to banish these phrases from your vocabulary right now. We will try to implement. That just sounds unconfident, like you're not even sure it'll work. We used ML, etc. is just lazy. And these vague claims like, our project is very unique, or the scope is unlimited, they sound naive. You want to sound confident, precise, and professional.
Okay, trap number 1, getting lost in the technical weeds. Your abstract is not the place to talk about specific Python functions or libraries you used. Remember, your audience might include non-technical people. You need to focus on the high-level what and why. You can save the deep technical how for the full report. And the second major trap is making promises you just can't keep. Never, ever claim guaranteed accuracy or outcomes that sound way too good to be true, especially before you even have the final results. It is so much more professional to talk about expected outcomes. Overpromising is one of the fastest ways to lose someone's trust.
All right, to bring this all home, let's run through a final pre-flight checklist. Just think of this as the last check you do before you hit that submit button.
So for your title, Is the domain clear? Did you mention the technique? Is it specific? And for the abstract, just walk through those 5 parts again. Is the problem there? Is its importance clear? Have you described your solution, the tech, and the expected outcomes? And most importantly, is there any hype or exaggeration in there? This simple little check can make all the difference in the world.
So remember this, you've already done the brilliant work. Now it's just time to give it the powerful first impression that it truly deserves. Go make your title and your abstract just as impressive as the project itself.